All right. Hello, I believe I'm here now. Okay. Oh. Background music. There we go. So, hi guys. I don't have a super big plan for this today, except that I'm drawing a cover. Sorry. And also, let me know if the audio ends up sounding weird at any time. I had a problem during the last stream. I've never had a problem with it when recording my voice, but who's to say? I got just vaguely started on this already, so I can give a slight walkthrough. But basically what I have is my little layout here of what's going to be the text for this. I did the time myself to switch out the title name, but I already had the rest of it from my Rising Tides cover. Yeah, this is very, very new. I only started about a minute ago. But I put in the Stars to Shadows myself before all this started, just because that part is relatively tedious. I did all of the lettering and coloring for all of these by hand, just to mimic the style of the original covers of the books. Basically, prophecies begin through the first book of the Dawn of the Clans. So, did all of that. I don't love the new lettering as much, so I just decided to use the old style. And it's Power of 3 and Omen of the Stars anyway, so it makes the most sense. But I did all of that, did Stars to Shadows before I got on here, and the background is essentially going to be... Lion Blaze is the profile kitty for Stars to Shadows, because... I haven't decided how spoilery this stream is going to be yet, but a struggle that Lion Blaze has is relatively prominent in this book. All three of the protagonists at that point do have a prominent arc in this book, but I think of Lion Blaze as the most important one in this particular book. So he gets the cover. The background is eventually going to be, and I know it's so easy to tell right now, that Lion Blaze, or Lion Paw really, no, Lion Blaze at this point, Lion Blaze is going to be down here, excited, and Tiger Star and Hawk Frost, his two mentors, briefly, at this point, will be sort of looming over him, and then all of these twisting trees will be making out the dark forest in the background there. So when we get to that. But profile first. And I did the sketch initially just to save time, but to give you an idea, I literally just started out with that as a way to think about it. My main goal going into the profile was just that I wanted Lion Blaze on his profile to be bigger than Jay Feather was in the first book's profile, because Lion Blaze is a big beefy boy and fights with nothing but his muscles. Answering a couple questions. I doubt I'm gonna be able to do paperback releases of this ever, because it is very much just Power of 3 and Omen of the Stars, not even remotely hidden that that's what it is. So it's not like I would be able to sell it. But I can imagine it, and I'll be able to put the covers on the front of the stories in Archive of Our Own. So that's fine. It's fine. Oh, thank you, Lupa. I also like the way the sketch came out. I very much wanted to do the sketches off camera because it's not something I am especially used to, and trying to talk while I'm drawing is... Oh, wrong layer. is not the easiest, especially if I need to do anything creative or thinking of anything myself. Oh, do you have rounded ears? You do. Never mind. No pointy ear. I guess I can say, thoughts I initially had on my Lion Blaze... Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo this because the pointy thing is not gonna come out. Thoughts I originally had with my Lion Blaze design is that he's supposed to be big and bulky and muscly and have a lot of the features of Brambleclaw or Tiger Star, but all of those features are sort of split in half between whether they end in curves or spikes, because he's both an energetic character who gets emotional very easily, and a massive softie who wears his heart on his sleeve and would do anything to protect his friends. So having both of those in his design was important to me. Very basic shape language. I was not trained as an artist. Oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Peta. No, I'm not planning on selling it. I really cannot do that. And no, Peta, your headcanons have no weight here, on account of the fact that it was disproven in canon. You know, if it was something that wasn't explicit in canon and it was just Paws of Stars, I would probably be willing to acquiesce on it, but Lion Blaze being big, beefy, bulky boy is just the way it exists. Oh, and Peachy Cat said, I love your content and your videos. I especially enjoy the analysis videos, and I look forward to the next book. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much! I enjoy doing them. The only reason I'm really doing a stream today is because I have a life outside of YouTube, and it is extremely busy this year. So I wanted a little of extra time to catch up in some sphere of my life. And obviously what I decided to do with the break was immediately dive into more work and say, hey, I bet I can do this cover now. Lion Blaze is indeed a teddy bear. Teddy bear is actually a great word for it, because he does oscillate between being a lovable, cuddleable, is that a word? Cuddleable figure, and also flying into a furious rage if you get him mad. So he's a teddy bear and a bear. Not the best line I've ever done. Himbo, yes. The internet has given me so much language that I did not have before. Yeah, I don't really love that one. Or that one. See, this is what drawing for all my videos is actually like. It's just me redoing lines over and over and over again until I get ones that I don't hate. I have my finger constantly on the Control-Z button hotkey to undo for any artists who might not be aware of it. What type of bear would he be? Oh boy. I'm ashamed to say I don't know much about the temperaments of bears, but I'm tempted to say black bear because where my parents went to college, there was a black bear that lived nearby, and he was still a bear, and he did bear things in his bear family in the with his bear family in the woods. But he also made a point of coming to their local pizza shop every night because the owners would throw out the leftover pizza or things that had been thrown away in the smaller cans inside. And so all of that would just be outside in the big cans, and the bear would come by, open up that trash can, and start eating the leftover pizza. He has good taste. But I think if Lion Blaze was a bear, he would do that, so I'm tempted to say black bear. Oh, do I ever plan on writing my own original story? Oh boy. I don't have a specific plan on it, but it's not something I would be opposed to. I mostly just hesitate on it because essentially I don't this is going to sound weird. I don't consider myself to be that creative of a person. I don't have many spur-of-the-moment ideas. Even Paws of Stars was like built on several months of planning based on several years of inspiration and thinking about these guys. And that's where most of this came from. I can't say that anymore. If I was forced to come up with a story quickly, it would be something like Tempest Rift, the other story that just came out. But even that, I did collaboratively with PETA and Lupa, who are in the chat. And when things are being done collaboratively with a group of friends, there's a lot more room to toss around ideas and bounce off of each other in a way that you can with fan fiction, but you can't with an original story. Holy you. So if I was able to write something, I think I'd at least like to try making it with a team. We could do it in pieces, but... Oh, goodbye. We could do it in pieces, like with Tempest Rift. They basically, PETA and Lupa basically did the art and came up with all of these extra details based on their designs and names. And I did most of the writing and fleshing out. Well, all of the writing, most of the fleshing out. And I think I would like to do it something like that, because sitting down with just a blank story to tell is really intimidating for me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I enjoy improving things. I like taking a story as it is, and really, my writing process is very close to my analysis process, actually, because I see what could be improved upon, where I'd like to take the story, what isn't there that could be, and I try to find ways to make it all fit, and then throw in some philosophy. Thank you, PETA. I consider myself an artist at this point, but it's definitely not my main thing. I don't draw much recreationally. It's pretty much just for videos or Paws of Stars sometimes. But I mean, it doesn't make me not an artist. It just makes me not as experienced or passionate as some people out there. Pizza Bear. I never got to meet Pizza Bear myself because we had moved out of their college state by the time that I was born. But I've heard many stories. Apparently, Pizza Bear and the college students were great friends. I do use shortcuts a fair bit, like pretty much every time I do a profile, because I do so many of them in one batch, and because it's straight on, I just draw half of it and copy it over to make sure it's all, forgetting the word for some reason, symmetrical, thank you. But on the Paws of Stars covers, I wanted to be more methodical about it. Using a bit of thicker line art as well, just because I want it to look better. I want to put all my heart and soul into these things. Oh, which animal represents you and what would you choose to be? Oh boy. No, the questions aren't distracting. I'm enjoying them. My favorite animal is squirrels. Because they're all about being prepared and making use of happy accidents, putting more good into the world. Trees are good. And they're extremely clever. I don't know if any of you have seen the, I want to say Mark Rober's, the Squirrel Maze videos. Check those out if you haven't, because they're delightful to watch. There was a trio of 3 that he started doing when the pandemic hit. Yeah, I do like that. So, squirrels are adorable. I love them. I love their darn floofy tails, and pretty much every cartoon squirrel is just so heckin' adorable. But, preparedness aside, I don't know if I would be a squirrel. It's one of those, I think it might look arrogant, because everything I like about squirrels is something that I admire and would like to become, but not necessarily something I am. So, maybe a, a bunny or a songbird, maybe? Songbird seems stereotypical, but, I am a singer. I sing an awful lot. Today I finished arranging a song for an a cappella group I'm a part of. And I enjoyed that heavily. Bunny because, well, in full and total honesty, my first thought was bunny because anxiety. Not that bunnies are always anxious, but they are pretty much always ready to run away. I'm not that fast, though, which bunnies kind of have to be. Oh, cat versus squirrel war? I didn't realize this was an ongoing war. Oh, boy. Well, in the cat versus squirrel war, I'm gonna have to be a traitor and take the squirrel's side because they are my favorite animal. That said, cats are delightful, and I wouldn't keep a squirrel as a pet, and I would keep cats as, I do keep cats as pets. Oh, yes, how are we doing? How is everyone? Oh my gosh, I'm nuts about... I groan, but the dad puns are lovely. Yes, I am indeed nuts about squirrels. I made a very quick mock-up a couple of years ago of what I would look like as an Animal Crossing villager, and I decided to be a squirrel. So maybe I am a squirrel. I don't... I like squirrels. I can say that much at least. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. No, my cats are, well, you know what? I'll say this. First of all, my cats would not, in fact, be happy with my answer. But they also like squirrels. They like what we call cat TV, which is essentially where we open all the shades of the windows so they can see outside, and they watch all of the squirrels and birdies prancing around in our backyard, and they have a delightful time. Oh, excuse me. So they like squirrels too, just not in the same way. But Blue, if I were to ask him, would probably say something along the lines of, I'm sorry, I didn't realize there was any other choice but cats. I'm tempted to say Bagheera would say that birds are her favorite animal. She tends to like the jumpy prey. I had a thought when I was younger that she would definitely be the Sky Clan cat of the group, and Baloo is very much a River Clan cat. He would jump into my bathtub when I was filling it up as a kid, and make sure he got time to just knock the shampoo bottles off and bat them around in the pool. It was so cute. But Bagheera very much does not like the water. She would not take that option. So I'm tempted to say she would think it's birds. However, she is still a queen and deserves the best, and that can include birds. You should give her birds. Oh, how long do you think it'll take for the last Paws of Stars book? Okay, I know the answer. I'm keeping to a very strict schedule as best as I can, and I have done so far. But there is a wrinkle in there because I try my best not to make public actual dates for when the schedule is going or when I plan to have things done by, so that if I need to take extra time on something, it doesn't feel like a letdown. So I'm not going to say that, but I have something in mind and I promise I'm working on it. A favorite type of squirrel? Oh, well, red squirrels are a beautiful, beautiful coloring, but gray squirrels are what I have outside in my backyard, around my school. So I feel like I've gotten more attached to them. Oh, what would my cat's warriors' names be? Very interesting question. Um, hmm. Ah! Well, you know what? I'll just do this, because then I can just go across, delete that. Okay. Bagheera's warrior name, I'm thinking would be something along the lines of, oh, this feels like a forever binding decision. I don't want to get it wrong. Oh boy. I don't know, guys. What do you want to be called? You know what? I think Baloo would have the prefix of bear, at least. He's sort of like Lion Blaze in that way. But I'm realizing at this exact moment how many of Baloo and Lion Blaze's characteristics match up. Big, beefy, comfy boys who care deeply about their relationships and will fight you solely to protect those relationships. Maybe Bear Stripe, because he is a tabby. I don't know. Bagheera, I'm thinking, would have the suffix of leap. So, I want to say, well, maybe Thrush Leap. But that sounds weird because a thrush is a bird and it wouldn't have to leap. But I think that would be her anyway, so it's going to be fine. Maybe the thrush is leaping into flight. Oh, Bearheart! Bearheart sounds lovely. Okay, no, that's it. So Baloo is Bearheart and Bagheera is Thrush Leap. Yeah. That's what I'm going with. Bear Hug is adorable. Oh, once you finish the last book, will you ever make any extras like backstories, novellas, etc. for the Paws of Stars universe? I have considered it. I think my top priority, if I did decide to do that, would be filling in Hollyleaf's story, because it didn't happen exactly like it did in the books. And there was significantly more legitimate connection and growth between them than in the books. And also, that gosh darn Fox Cup is there, and I want to write for the Fox Cup. The Fox Cup to me is such an important part of her story, in that it was important to me as a child, for reasons I had not yet discovered, and I would enjoy writing that. So I think Hollyleaf's story would be first priority if I decided to do it. But that aside, maybe. I'm gonna say maybe. I don't think I would do too many other backstories for the characters, because most of the important characters do start basically where we see them in the story, with the exception being the Dark Forest cats, of course. But the Dark Forest cats, most of the time, I don't want to tell their story outside of a YouTube video, because it is... the Dark Forest trainees, the way I see them, is that they're essentially interesting in collaboration with each other. They're interesting in that all of them together tell a story about what the world is like and who it allows in. But their stories individually aren't as interesting to me. They are interesting, and I have and will tell them. Have told them and will tell them. They're just not as interesting as their stories as a collective. And I think removed from the context of Paws of Stars, their stories wouldn't be as impactful to me thinking about it. Sunnyfall take on a Leaf Pool novella? Oh boy. Well, I've already changed some things. The prologue for Inferno, I believe, tells basically the end of Leaf Pool's novella and a little extra, a little further than that book got. And there's a piece in the prologue of the 7th book, I will just say, that tells a little bit of Leaf Pool's story as well. Just a little bit. Just a little tad bit. Little bit. So, you know. It's there. I could probably tell it. We'll see if I have time. A lot of this will definitely be based on, so do I have time? I've spent 3.5 years on this project already. But just a little bit. Just curb your expectations. I'm not telling Leaf Pool's novella in a single prologue, but a thing happens. Little tiny bit. It's okay. little bit. Yeah. You have no idea. I've had everything thought out through to the end of book 7 since before I started writing book 1. I have had the exact configuration of the final battle and what it would result in was one of the first ideas that I wrote down in my vague ideas doc when I was first compiling the ideas I had for Paws of Stars, before it was even called Paws of Stars. So I've been keeping a lot of this to myself for a very long time, and I am excited for the day that I get to show you. Oh, what's your favorite Warriors book arc? It's Oots, Omen of the Stars. I started Paws of Stars originally. Well, I was spurred on to write it as a way to defend myself for liking Omen of the Stars. Because a whole lot of my arguments that I was giving to my friends who were also interested in discussing the books was essentially, oh, but this idea right here, it's so good. It would have been so great if they expanded on that and, followed it through to its logical conclusion, which is this. And that didn't go very far because obviously I wasn't actually referring to any material. I was just saying what was in my head. And so I eventually decided, you know what? I'm just gonna make what's in my head. It's been in my head for years, why not do it? And so I set about doing it. And that's how Paws of Stars came to be. So, Omen of the Stars is still my favorite. It inspires me a lot. Both in its theming, its character arcs. It has a lot of elements that I take serious issue with. But I'm helping to fix those, and honestly, the areas that I have issues with inspire me more, because I want to make those better now. Yes. I should say, I did write the epilogue before I wrote the first book, but there's a slight hiccup in that, because I didn't just write the epilogue before I wrote the first book. I wrote the thematic structure of the series before I wrote the first book, and the thematic structure just happened to logically conclude at this epilogue. So some of these cats will live. Don't you worry. I'm not gonna kill everyone. Favorite ship in Warriors that's not one of the main ones. It cannot have a POV character in the ship. Oh boy. I am not a shipper. I really, really don't ship very much. Even outside of Warriors, there are just very few relationships that speak to me. That might just be an asexual thing. I'm not sure. But I think I'm ready to go into shading. It's mostly just it's not my thing. Relationships are great and all, but not for me. Let's pick a shading color before I move on. I would say probably Brightheart and Cloudtail are my favorite, because I think they have the most going for them. But even with them, I would still say, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Even with them, there are some serious problems I have, and I elaborated more on this in my Brightheart video, but essentially it boils down to Brightheart not getting to grow past the point where she was dependent on Cloudtail, and also the whole thing with Daisy, I think, was handled very badly. There are ways it could have gone well, absolutely, but I don't think the way it was great. Oh, wait, Sunny, Toadstep? Oh, thank you for... Hold on, wait a second. What are you talking about with Toadstep? And if I don't ship, how do I get my things? Elaborate. Oh, Toadstep X Briarlight. Okay, yeah. Toadstep X Briarlight actually came about because I wanted to give all of the different generations more friends and relationships. For instance, I decided that Toadstep and Bumblestripe would actually be buds, because they got along well when they were apprentices, and even they both show their emotions unabashedly, whether or not very different methods, but they both show their emotions unabashedly. And Toadstep found that refreshing. And that has continued even as Bumblestripe has been trying to find a way to be a better person that wouldn't, continuously go after a she-cat who's not interested in him. I don't know. Who's my favorite villain? I think Ashfur by default, but by and large, I tend to like protagonists and support characters better than villains. Not because of any moral thing, but what I really, really love in a character is actually their ability to grow, to progress past some initial starting point, and therefore communicate some sort of message or path about how other people in the real world could get past or move on from similar circumstances. And villains, by their nature, just never move on. If they didn't, they would be reformed villains, which are great. They can push other people into getting growth, but they don't tend to grow much themselves. They basically either double down or get reformed. So it's Ashfur by default, because I think he had the most interesting progression and the most going for him and how he pulled the other characters. But I don't love villains. Oh, I don't even know which music track is playing right now. I have an entire playlist set up of just some music that I deem to be nice background instrumental stuff, but I have absolutely no idea which one is playing at any time. It's not coming through my earbuds. Oh, favorite medicine cat. If we're going to ignore Jayfeather, because at this point all of the POT protagonists are my favorite, if we're ignoring Jayfeather, it might be Brambleberry. I really liked her. I like Crooked Star's Promise in general. There are some hiccups, like with any Warriors book, but it was very sweet. And I like medicine cats who essentially take on a motherly role without necessarily being literal mothers. Soul and Clear Sky are two of those villains. They certainly tried to give them depth. It was moderately sometimes successful. But with both of them, it crashed and burned pretty quick. Okay. Yeah, Brambleberry was the mom Crooked Star needed. Because, sure as heck, he did not have a great one to start with. Let's see. I'm thinking of doing a, like, bright pink to purple gradient for this. Yeah, let's try this. Nope, not what I meant. Well, could be what I meant. Yeah, okay. Who is my favorite leader? Oh, this is a loaded question now if you've seen my Twitter recently. So I've been running a favorite leaders poll for the community. We're down to the semifinals now, but it looks like the finals will be Tall Star and Leaf Star if nothing changes in the next day. I'm perfectly happy with that. I think it's a delightful idea. That said, oh, sorry, there we go. I actually wanted to go like this, yeah, because the mist is coming from up above. There we go. My favorite leader is not something I have decided. It might be Tall Shadow, maybe. I like her attitude. But there's a lot of good leaders. I like a lot of them. But the thing about the leader poll going on Twitter at the moment, it's a lie, is the thing. Actually, see, there's this little thing that I'm doing. I'm sort of running an experiment, and part 2 of the experiment will come in a month or so, after this particular poll's results have been more forgotten. It'll be lovely. It's gonna be great, and I can't say anything else, but it's basically it's partially me seeing if I can manipulate the fan base more than actually finding out who people's favorite leader is. Just a little bit. Oh, what am I going to work on once Paws of Stars is completed? That is a good question. Well, to start with, teaching. I'm gonna be a teacher still, and making videos as much as I can. Keeping up with my schedule, obviously. And I will still very much be doing that. As far as writing is concerned, I'm not as sure. But, we will see. I'm going to take a break at first, but probably not forever. Because I had grown so deeply attached to these characters, and it was not fair. And I didn't love where they were going, so I wished that it could go somewhere different, and I already started conceiving of where that would be. So that happened, and eventually, one day when I was speaking with my friends and defending my love for Omen of the Stars to them for the 16th time, at least, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna write this myself, and then I'll have a good oots to point to and say, this is why it's my favorite arc, because it inspired me to write this. Oh, no, I do not see my kids reading Warriors in school. I have taken strong note of the existence of Warriors books in our school library. I don't have any in my personal library, because in full honesty, I don't know if I want to get more children into these books. especially at 3rd grade. But it is there. They are allowed to take it at any time. And if they wish to, they can. Are these mushrooms, Sunny? Lion Blaze in the shrooms? Those sure are shrooms, yeah. It's for a reason. But the Dark Forest in Paws of Stars actually has luminescent mushrooms in it that glow. Hold on, we'll get to that in just a second. They glow bright pink. Yes, they glow heartily. Nope, that's not glowing because it's pressed into the layer. That would be why. So they glow and they shine stuff around it. And this, along with an eerie purple mist, is the only source of light in the Dark Forest. Light does not come from above through any stars or sky. So this is the light that makes up the Dark Forest. And speaking of, I don't know why Christmas music is my default there. It's not Christmas. I'm gonna toss it off with a little. And then maybe some. Yeah. Let's do it. I gave a keyword to each of these covers in what their mood was supposed to be, in addition to what was supposed to literally go in them. And the topic for this one is the mood word for this one is literally just dark. It's the Dark Forest. Why did I decide to make the mushrooms pink? Because the Dark Forest was purple. The Dark Forest is purple and StarClan is gold. They're inverses, they're opposites. And I didn't want red or black for the Dark Forest because that's boring and generic. So there's profile. I'm going to leave it off for there. The Dark Forest in the background of the full drawing will be more elaborate, but I'm going to leave it there for that. And we can move on to the lovely little background. What are you doing? No, don't clip to layer below. Why would you do that with the references? Purple Dark Forest agenda is just the correct agenda. Why is StarClan gold then? Because it's a very ethereal color. It's got a lot of riches and Christian theology. There's a lot of gold in the halos. Gods and heroes are often depicted in golden light. It's a very, this is the good one. Look, here's the good place. This is where the good cats go. For thematic reasons, I desperately wanted to make the Dark Forest and StarClan obviously and almost stereotypically good and evil in appearance, because that's not what they are. Yeah. Oh, and I'm also going to pull up my old cover because I had a specific style for the background of these guys. Oh, Purple Dark Forest is just top tier. I'm sorry, Hawks. Yeah, no, Red Dark Forest is just, you've covered the whole thing in blood. No, it's boring. And, I mean, Blue StarClan, blue and red aren't even opposites. How can you possibly point to those and say it's real? Yeah. Well, it's not that StarClan are the evil ones either. I mean, there's a lot of cats in both places, and I don't think anyone is trying to argue that Ebony Star or Tiger Star or Broken Star aren't possibly described as evil. But they are more complex places than anyone would suggest ahead of time. I'm gonna turn off the text now, because that's gonna get distracting. Red and blue are fine. Hold on. Justice. Nope, not in book covers. Oops. Sunny spiels. Pictures for videos. Oh, wait, I think it might have been in Holidays. I'll go look there. Yeah. Sorry. There we go. So I had made a little holly leaf right here, and she in fact did use blue and red for the good and evil sides of the justice scale for her little icon. But that is different than Starkland versus the Dark Forest. So I didn't use that. Anyway. Yes, the everything theorist. That sure is a good thing to notice. They said that in the most recent Paws of Stars book, the ancient tribe cats are all confused that the good cats and the bad cats are even separate at all in the clan afterlife. Boy, isn't that interesting. I wonder if I put that in intentionally. Anyway. How did I learn to draw backgrounds? I didn't. It's not subconsciously. I chose that for Hollyleaf's justice icon. It's just not the way that I would portray Starkland and the Dark Forest, because they're different things. Yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely, that was a great thing to notice. Who's to say why they might have thought that? Anyway, Oh, sorry. Yes, I didn't learn to draw backgrounds. No one taught me to do that. I probably should have learned more, but pretty much elementary school is the only art education I ever received. I stopped taking any art classes in high school and have never taken one again. I learned to draw backgrounds solely by doing them more for these videos and no other reason. At this point I should really start making some layer folders if I'm gonna keep doing this. Well, I mean, everyone's gonna have a trial in Starkland eventually, right? Even if you die and you don't think you got one, you're gonna get one retroactively. Oh, tips on how to draw cats? Oh. Don't come to me for advice. Come to an actually practiced artist who has some level of training in this. I keep doing it is my only note. Undoubtedly, you're going to get better at it the more you do it. There are lots of things that I know very well, but art is very much not one of them. So this is going to be Hawkfrost eventually. I'm trying to figure out how far around I want him to be. I'm gonna say, yeah, because that one goes up. And they won't have eyes on them, so even though I have these eyes drawn, that's not the style I established, so It's not actually going to be there. That thing, the lineless no eyes, no mouth thing, is not precedent from any book. That's just something I decided to do in the first one, and I'm going to keep it up. Oh, definitely. Look up references for when you're drawing. Just always. It's never cheating. Figure out what the thing you're trying to draw looks like. The first cat I ever drew. For YouTube? I'm gonna check, actually, because I don't know. For YouTube, I think it was Thornclaw and Hollyleaf for this picture. I was doing a sort of lineless graphic design for the 2-minute intro video to teach myself how to make a YouTube video. And I hate everything about this now, except I ended up keeping most of the design traits of both of these because I actually liked them. Mostly. There's several things that have been changed. And what is that paw? But a lot of stuff I kept. Oh, yeah. The Good Place is a fan-flipping-tastic show. I got into it because someone told me it was about philosophy, and I was a philosophy major in college and adored it. So I immediately took an interest in a show based around philosophy and found out it was a sitcom, which I take it is the opposite way most people get into it. But it's a delightful show. The characters are great, their relationships and the story and the morality of the world is lovely, and they end up teaching you a good several fundamental philosophy principles and philosophical stances from various authors. So yeah, good. Check it out. Oh, when I write, do I enjoy putting in foreshadowing symbolism either with names or colors? I usually don't do it with names and colors because those are things that the characters couldn't choose themselves. Dark Forest and StarClan aside, because they're kind of... I'm going to stop my sentence there. Dark Forest and StarClan are the only ones that get very intentional colors. But by and large, the foreshadowing doesn't come in there because the cats don't get to choose it. It's not as much of a fundamental part of who they are. So, I don't do it there, but I do put in, and have put in, an awful lot of foreshadowing to later story beats and character arcs and what the worlds are like. A lot of the times I don't even think of it as foreshadowing necessarily, because it really is just setup. You're going to need to say, this is where I'm going with my story, for it to make sense when you get there eventually. Yeah, and that's where I am. That's where it would be, but, yeah, not there. So, I'm gonna... background sketch, cat sketch. Feel some stuff. And that'll be my base for Hawk Frost, as soon as I fill some stuff in. Fix some things. What got me into Warrior Cats? Oh, that's pretty easy. In 3rd grade, actually, I had a very good teacher, who basically had us do these monthly reading days, assuming that we had gotten through everything we needed to by that point, and hadn't had a particularly bad month. Where basically for the day everyone was allowed to come in their pajamas, we would bring our stuffed animals and pillows and things, and we would make the entire classroom into a set of book forts. not book forts, sorry, pillow forts. Putting the blankets over the desks, bundling under them with a few people each, and we would just get to read the entire day, and talk to each other about what we were reading if we liked. It was relaxed and everyone loved it. But it also forced all of us to become much more consistent about reading. We needed to do it a whole lot. How did I deal with it? Yeah, okay. We needed to read an awful lot, and they would probably have to be longer books most of the time, because if you didn't have longer books, it just wasn't going to last the whole day. And it also ended up encouraging a lot of book sharing, because if your friend was reading a cool book next to you, you might want to read it too, so you can discuss it with them. Because of this, we ended up sharing a whole lot of books across the grade very quickly, or across the classroom at least. And Warriors was one of them. At some point in October, I want to say, of that year, our class started just getting into Warriors, and everyone was reading it for the next few reading days, the next few monthly reading days. And it was, the first series at least, was available in our library. So we were allowed to, just go down and pick those up and read them. And we got very into it. And we did the whole role-playing with your your kitty characters outside. There was this one rock in the back that was short enough for us to stand on, that we would use as our high ledge, or high rock at the time. So whoever was the leader that day would step up and give the speeches from the rock about where we were hunting that day. the very, very kid stuff. I enjoyed it a lot. And having a crew that all read Warrior Cats really only lasted that year. Because people had moved on to different books by then. But apparently not me. I just kept reading them over and over and over. Until I found out, wait, there are actually other books that I haven't read. And I started reading those too. And I had a delightful time. And I've kept up with the books since then. Yeah. Oh, the names of the cats switching on the stream. I don't think I listed them anywhere, but basically it's a bunch of, well, it's the 5 Power of 3 and Omen of the Stars protagonists, plus all of the Dark Forest cats that I have confirmed to be in there, well, mentioned being in there so far, and drawn. So like, that one is Thistleclaw, that's Renskip, that's Fawnskip. I didn't realize they were right next to each other. That's Featherstar. That's Hollyleaf. These might be in alphabetical. No, they're not. That's Broken Star. That's Shredtail. That's Darkstripe. That's Silver Hawk. I was about to say Silvertooth for some reason. That's Prickle Star. That's Tiger Star. That's Archfern, Ebony Star's deputy. That's Hawkfrost, who I'm also drawing here. That's Jayfeather. That's Larchflight. Riveting content. That's Snowtuft. That's Ebony Star again. It's on shuffle. That's Mapleshade. That's Rushtooth. Whoop. That's Lion Blaze. I think we're getting to the end of it. That's several of them. That's Dovewing. That's Ivypool. Oh, wait a second. I'm watching them on my delay. So yeah, all of them are going to be delayed. Well, gosh, that was a completely bad waste of time. Never mind. Yeah, all of the cats were being delayed. I'm sorry. Yeah, I am watching the stream with your chat on it, So I'm seeing it as it comes up for you, which is after it's being shown on my side, and it will be after you're seeing it. So it's very, very behind in every way. How many pets do I have? Just the 2 cats. So Baloo and Bagheera. I'm fully confident that the art groups or the roleplay forums or something is what is pulling in the young audience, you youngins. That was wrong anyway, so I'm gonna stop that. I might need to fix his face, but we'll see. No, sorry. No, huge delay. I apologize. I definitely should have realized that. Embarrassment is absolutely said again. Wasting time for no reason here. Yeah, because this is not actually going to be around to where his face is, so it actually should go out around to the front.
Visual stuff, it's difficult.
Warrior's YouTuber inspiration? Well, I mean, I was inspired to think YouTube was a possibility by Moon, lovely buddy friend pal. But I don't actually follow her in content at all. I do not have the animation or comedy skills to do that. But I do still admire her greatly. At this point, I am mainly going off what I would like to see. I don't think there's anyone I specifically try to follow in the footsteps of. Oh, favorite Warriors book? My answer has always been The Forgotten Warrior. And that's probably still the case. Probably. But there's a lot of StarClan stuff in it that holds it back. And now that I have actually written Hollyleaf's redemption the way I genuinely wanted it to, I don't know how fondly I'm going to look back on The Forgotten Warrior when I get to it. It's not too far off now in Trip Through Time, actually. by my timeline. I'm a couple videos ahead. Just a couple. Yeah. Sorry, I was asked to give my best meow. I hope that suffices. Random warrior's name. Flip Feather. That might be a canon warrior's name. I don't even know. What is my OC's inspiration from? Oh boy. A lot of things. It wasn't born of one thing in particular. But really my biggest thing was that I just desperately wanted for there to be a lot of bright, vibrant colors, and for there to be some variation in colors that would be interesting to draw over and over and over again. So I went with a calico, because calicos are sweet and pretty. I sort of just messed around with colors for an evening while I was on a call with some friends, and had a mock-up. Hold on. I'll see if I can actually find that.
Da,
Video assets, maybe? Sorry. No, I can't find it at the moment. I had a very, very old version of Sunny that was literally just her colors filled in on a wacky little bass. See, it might be in here. Maybe? No. Nope. Oh, yes, I do have it. In here. So, that is old Sunny. The very first mock-up I did of her in 15 minutes. Yes, I mindlessly sing Christmas songs sometimes. They're pretty songs. Christmas is not even my favorite holiday. Oh, would I ever consider making a Wings of Fires video? Sure, absolutely. I love Wings of Fire. It's not in my schedule just now. It's not in my schedule just now, but it's absolutely something I have interest in, and I would love to talk about my darling Snowy and Sunfall. That was backwards. What I meant is Sunny and Snowfall. Yeah, the legs on this, I was doing it with a trackpad, not even a mouse, so forgive me. Even at this point, I was like slightly better at art than this, but it has the elements of what would become her. Anyway, don't save that. Please don't save that. Leave the reference as it is. Anyway. I do, in fact, still have it. Good to know for me. Okay. Let's see if I can fill you in. No, not actually what I meant. Yeah! That is what I meant, though. Ah! Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to... That's fine. There we go. Least favorite character in Warriors? Rock. Yeah, it's Rock. It's Rock. It's absolutely Rock. I hate him and everything he stands for. He is an insult to me as an educator and as a philosopher. It's bad. I hate him. One day I might snap and just make a video on how much he sucks, but everyone knows that already. It's not new information that Rock is bad and says bad things. I apologize for getting Christmas songs stuck in people's heads. I sing unconsciously in general, just when I'm going about my day. It is very rare to have a day where I don't break out into songs somehow, or to have a moment when I don't have a song stuck in my head. But in all of those cases, it's gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. In all of those cases, it's usually quiet enough that no one can hear me or other people are talking. And I don't have that in this case on account of the fact that I'm on stream and you can hear everything I say. That's not dark enough. I want it even darker. Yeah. Nope. Okay. Whee! Yes, genuinely, if you have not read Wings of Fire, do it. I'm fairly certain you're going to enjoy them, no matter who you are. There's actual LGBT content. Yeah, I whistle too. There's actually a story of me in kindergarten, I believe, when I was just getting used to the existence of other people in my immediate surroundings. Where did I nose? I did not nose. No nose, no mouth. Yeah, so we're just gonna have them glowering. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay. So that's Hawkfrost done then. On to Tigger. Tigger stir. And we'll do the shading for the whole thing later, not later. There's a story of me in kindergarten when I was just getting used to the existence of people being around me, where apparently I was singing to myself in class while we were working on our alphabets, and the teacher came over to me and said, "Miss, my name here." You can't sing in here. We're waiting for other people to work. We need them to be able to work on their alphabets too. And I said, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Thank you." And so my teacher walked away, and I started humming to myself. The very same song, just kept humming. And so the teacher came back to me and she said, "Oh, my name here. We actually can't hum either because we don't want people to hear it and get distracted." And I said, "Oh, yeah, thank you. That's okay. I'll stop humming." And so the teacher went away, and I started whistling the exact same song. This not because I was trying to upset the teacher. I was genuinely trying to make them happy. But the concept of not projecting music through my mouth did not compute to me. Oh, I don't know how to vibrato when I whistle. I can vibrato when I sing, but I can whistle and ooh at the same time. That sort of thing. And you have torn ears, sir. So that's going to be interesting to convey. You also have shorter ears, actually, than Hawkfrost, because Sasha got your gene. You gave Sasha gave Hawkfrost the slightly lankier genes, as opposed to you, Mr. Muscle. That's all you are. You're just a bucket of muscle. Ebony Star's not impressed with you. How big is your tear, sir? Okay, it's like a slit. Okay. I have not learned how to not rotate as much when I'm drawing on stream. That's a thing I should probably do. Because when I'm recording for videos, I don't have to worry about it. I can go in and out all I like. Because it's just recording my keystroke movements and you're not going to be able to tell. But this is not the case here, and I should stop it. Yeah. I would have to have been about 5 or 6 in that story. Still true to an extent, but significantly less. Okay. You are not the only person who thinks Jay Feather's annoying. I can promise you that much.
And you, sir, have a very flat head. Nope, I'm not gonna Christmas song again. No brain. Square boxy head beneath all the fluff. Okay. But you also have massive amounts of floof. Yeah. Fandom perception on Graystripe in particular has been changing quite a bit in the last several years. It used to be that you essentially couldn't go anywhere without someone saying that Graystripe was the best. Because he's the goofy best friend. He's supposed to be, anyway. And I mean, I get it. First series characters in general have a leg up because everyone has read about them, and everyone is attached to them if they've read the series at all. So even the most minor characters get ample amounts of attention. No, it's fine. Humming unconsciously is something that I should really cut down on in life. Okay. Oh, and you have... Oh, that's gonna be fun. Right, yes, okay. So, that is actually something that I would like to do. Sort of separately. Sort of. Because hypothetically, your fluff loops around your back, sir. Got one heck of a mane. Okay. That should be good. Hopefully. We'll see. Character sketch, go away. Too much. Okay. Okay. Yeah! Nope, too much. There we go. And I should, in a minute, once I fix all this, have a base coat down. Which will be very useful. Okay. Because then Tiger Star has a whole lot more markings than Hawkfrost. And little wispy bits that would actually show. Because they're differently colored. Okay, that should be good as a starting place. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sandstorm and Alderheart actually was really sweet for the one book it existed. I actually love seeing people get obsessed with these random characters. It's lovely. Because the thing about these random characters is if the Errands never did anything with them, that's up to you. You get to do whatever you darn well please. Oh, the StarClan's Chosen map? I sure have, yeah. It is a genuinely beautiful artistic piece. I'm not gonna knock it at all. Any tips on fur patterns or designs? Not any good tips. It's something I'm very much still trying to work on myself. I've been doing my best to incorporate different shapes of markings. These three aren't a great example because they were designed roughly a year ago for each of them, if that. And I was pretty much just using the triangle designs. But I did alter Lion Blaze's stripes since creating him. So, yeah. Having some level of just looking around and seeing both what real stripes exist and what different artists have been doing to make their stripes is a good way to see what sort of variety exists out there and what you could pull on. Obviously don't copy anything directly, but having something in mind can be useful.
Nope.
And then both of your ears are a very slightly darker color. There we go. Nope. Still a problem. So we're just gonna delete that little bit until I've drawn the ears. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Spiderleg is well, okay. I was gonna say he's a character I've grown really attached to. That goes for every Power of 3 and its cat ever. But a lot of the most recent book was ended up actually being focused on making characters that I had less fondness for, or that had done some things I found deplorable, more sympathetic to myself, so that going into the final battle we could
have a nice mix of perspectives and redemptions on both sides. A lot of it. Not all of it, but a lot of it. There we go. All right. And that's gonna have to wait. But this can be done now, absolutely. So under here, you actually have a darker patch, sir. And you have the stripes up here. We'll only see one of them, but that's fine. And you got your scars. Let's do your scars. This would be your right shoulder, so we're looking at this. Okay. Yeah. Do I do traditional art sometimes? Yeah, sometimes. Not nearly as often. Being honest, a vast majority of the art that I do at all is art that you're going to see in a video. There isn't a ton I do that is completely on my own or for recreational purposes, which that's not a problem. Do art for recreational purposes all you like. It's just me personally, because of timing and where I spread my interests, I don't get to do it very much, and usually choose to spend my free time on other things. But traditional art, that's great. It's fun. I actually, this was the year before starting YouTube, but I went through a Wreck This Journal, if any of you were around for that period of art trending in the art world, art trend in the YouTube art world. And I basically pre-picked out a full art piece for each page that would be personally relevant and important to me. And I drew all of those over the course of about a year and a half, and it was all traditional, and I still have it, and I kind of still like it. Kind of, mostly. More or less. Okay. All that being done, it's time to finally make an attempt at your spiky bits. Atomically, the spiky bits are a little weird. I don't know how these grow, but it looks cool. And I'm actually going to make them a little bit darker in the end, because it ends up looking weird against them, because there's no line art in between. So a little bit, not that dark, but a little bit darker. Yeah, okay. And that should be good for Tiger Star. Tigger. Actually, though, I am gonna give you a little more. You're darkier. Nope. There we go. Okay.
So that should be Tiggerstar. We have Tiggerstar and Hawkfrost. Yeah. Most of the canon ships have one issue or another. It's rare to find one that is problem-free, for lack of a better term. And also, I'm gonna increase Tiggerstar's size just a tad, because he is supposed to be bigger. Yeah. Okay. And in that case, I'm gonna actually pull out his mane just a little more, so we can have a good time. There we go. And a little up. Whee! Okay. Finished Tiggerstar. Now it's time for Lion Blaze Part 2! Oh, favorite songs or music genres? It's gotta be show tunes ultimately. As a genre, I like most songs from there. But I have also fallen in love with several individual songs from other genres, based on their connections to characters or because I've sung them in various groups. Which one is my favorite? I don't have an all-time favorite song. Which one I listen to the most changes every couple weeks, because I listen to a lot of music, like a lot of music. More recently, let's see, what have I been listening to most recently? Oh, well, I have been listening to a couple songs that I've been memorizing for a cappella, but that aside, Ultraluminary from Over the Moon, a Netflix show, very, very good song, fun to sing in the morning. A bunch of the Centaur World soundtrack, some Backyardigans songs, and a whole bunch of songs from like the 80s that my parents used to play when I was a kid, because I've been feeling nostalgic. Oh. Oh, yeah. The dog or cat person thing, it's fine, and I get what they're going for, but it's not something I've ever personally been able to take a side on, because I like both of them. Oh, non-cat characters are great. Make your characters whatever you darn well feel like. International Super Spy! Yeah. Castaways is such an overrated episode. My gosh. The fact that that's the one that got popular still bugs me. International Super Spy was wonderful, obviously, but actually my favorite is Blazing Paddles, the one where they did a western about ping pong. Into the Deep, where they did shoot. Oh my gosh. Oh! It was Bollywood. They did a Bollywood under the sea mermaids story, and it was delightful. Okay.
So, Lion Blaze time.
Character sketch again. I'm probably going to need you two to go away, actually, so I can do this. And then Lion Blaze, come back and come down here. Over here. Thank you. And full body action. I'm gonna need to go over to Trip Through Time. Yeah. For the site. Yes, this one. And I'm just gonna pull you over here. How do you feel about that? Just for an idea of what his full body is supposed to look like. Yes, I did give him that little stripy tail. Lion Blaze is not me. Lion Blaze is very not me, but... Oh, yeah. Little Einsteins was great, too. I didn't have cable, so I got into an awful lot of the PBS Kids and Sprout and Nick Jr. and Noggin shows. Yeah. It was all delightful. Dogs and cats are both two good animals, and neither of them are my favorite. That honor goes to squirrels, sorry. Nothing against dogs and cats, they're both lovely. I have a fondness for all creatures, all little creatures. But squirrels are the best of them. The idea of this part of the picture is that Lion Blaze is supposed to look very is small and not necessarily weak, but out of his depth. Next to the empowering, imposing figures around him. So, attempting to communicate that. He also, especially at this point, doesn't have the best luck with using his power to his own benefit, or in ways that he won't immediately regret, which isn't great for him. I love whenever I bring up children's shows, because there's going to be a population of people who come out of the woodwork just to say, yes, I also watch these, fantastic, weren't they so great? And then we all get to commiserate, and it's lovely. If anyone ever wants to talk about, Cyber Chase, Fetch with Rough Ruffman, I'm all for it. Little Bear, even. Life was missing its mystique. My squeaky toys lost their squeak. Sorry, that was the blues version of the song that he did once. The Fetch theme song, aside from the cats singing in the background in a chorus, is primarily just rough yelling. So I don't sing it very much, but I do know the entire thing. I also know the Steve's, specifically Blue's Clues theme, which is primarily background music overlaid with Steve saying, "Oh, hey, you're here! Come on in!" Dun. That sort of thing. Opinions on Cinderlion. Oh boy. Well, at this exact point in time, now that I have written Cinderlion, I think it's cute. That said, I don't think Cinderlion is mutually exclusive with Cinderheart being a lesbian for Hollyleaf. Personally, I think Cinderheart is bi, and sort of liked all three of these siblings. But since Jay Feather is a grumpy medicine cat, and Hollyleaf was running away and abusing her trust. She went with Mr. Reliable instead, and she's been having a delightful time, and her life is much more stress-free. And also, Hollyleaf was asexual, so, you know, that wasn't going to work out anyway, sorry. You can be anything. You wanna be sure. Yeah. The Blues Big Music Show episode is still my favorite Blues Clues episode to exist. Oh, Willow Holly is also a good option. Hollyleaf has so many girlfriends to choose from. And that one Tom who follows her around for some reason. We're not sure what he's doing there. I'm actually gonna... Yeah. Right there. Oh, sorry if bumping the mic just did anything. I had a fearsome hatred for Mickey Mouse's Clubhouse for some reason when I was a kid. I am legitimately still trying to figure out why. I think it just came out at an age where I decided I was too good for the new children's shows, and that children's shows were going downhill since I was a kid. Don't ask. So the things like Umizoomi, and the police dog one that I'm forgetting the name of, as those were starting to come out, I was like, oh, gosh darn it, why can't Nick Jr. be like it used to be? Oh, Martha Speaks was so good. I loved Martha Speaks. You know, honestly, I wish I had been able to grow up with Bluey. I love it now, and I have watched all the episodes that were available. But it's very much not a childhood show for me anymore. But it is, surprisingly, an adulthood show as well, because, first of all, it teaches you a bit about being a parent, which is very useful. And it has a pretty darn good teacher character to be a role model and live up to. Hey, Calypso. Also, Calypso, if you happen to have watched Bluey and seen her, prettiest puppy. She's a gorgeous puppy. And she's also not a puppy. She's a full-grown dog. She should be treated as such. Oh. Lovely. Oh my gosh. I hated Yo Gabba Gabba, but I hated Yo Gabba Gabba because of the theme. I hated that the entire theme was them yelling Yo Gabba Gabba for half of it. I desperately wanted there to be a melody or interesting lyrics or something, and instead it was just them jumping, and it reminded me of like bad middle school dances where all the dances are everyone just jumping up and down on their feet, and I hated it solely for that reason. I have so many bad children's show opinions. Not opinions about bad children's shows, just bad opinions about the children's shows unlocking memories. I am happy to report that here in my adulthood life, there are not, in fact, any more children's shows that I hate with a passion. Oh, sorry, no, that's incorrect. I do hate Watch Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, I'm glad. I liked all of the ambient songs I had picked out originally, but I don't know which one is playing at any given time, so we're happy to see that there are good songs playing sometimes. The music is not coming through my ears; it is just silence. Me and my voice. Oh my gosh. Miss Sunny's Spider Patch? No, Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. Sorry, I got it backwards. Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. I watched it. It was a relatively good time period for me, so I did watch it. Mostly when there was nothing else on. I know a lot of the stories through having watched a lot of it, but boy, do I... There's an awful lot of flaws with that show. I'm sorry it has the Sunny name. I feel like I need to take responsibility for that somehow.
Actually, you're gonna get a bit smaller. Gonna get a bit smaller, sir, because I think you need to get up here. Yeah.
Okay. It wasn't actually just the bugs being bugs that was a problem for me, but some of them were very odd in their shapes and their movement. You know the antagonistic, I want to say he was a teacher? Maybe not. The white spider. That guy. He's a piece of work. He's not animated well. Let's say that. He is not designed well, he is not animated well, nothing about him is good. Yes, that the white chili pepper looking dude. That said, there was one good thing about the show. I actually really liked the theme song. I thought it was very pretty and melodic. You know, the spiders are spinning away in the trees. Buggies are bouncing in something the breeze. Da-da, flying high, the fun we hatch in Sunny Patch. Into the hollow tree, family on wings and strings and blowy things. Coming home to hugs, be good to bugs. It's a very good theme song. I like it. I just wish the actual show was better. But it's good. It's fun to sing. Go ahead and sing it for yourselves. The 2000s produced a lot of good... Yeah. Buggies! They bounce! Sorry, I don't know how this just became let's talk about 2000s children's shows, but I'm not complaining. So just don't look at the character designs. Close
close your eyes and listen to it, and you'll have a better experience. Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends is what you would need to look at. I'm layering a little furry boy here. Not furry is... never mind. There we go. Okay. Is the Shadow Realm a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, or am I imagining that? Yeah, just don't look at the white spider. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm sorry, I sent all of you into a hell dimension. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Opinion on Sunnyside's Web. I think it was called A Cartoon of All the Bugs and They Live in a Society. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah. Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends. That's what we've been discussing. Yeah, it's I love the theme, and some of the episodes were okay. This is about all I could say. Pixelings and get a little bit darker, just so we can see. Okay, and we're also gonna use that color to do the tail. Actually, we're not. No, we're not, because we need to do the tail first, actually, is the thing. I'm very smart. Don't throw yourself into the inky depths of dark forest water. Depression water isn't good for you. Depression water isn't good for anyone. Don't go into the dark forest water. Bad idea. Bad ideas. To all who I have sent on the errand of finding Miss Spider Sunny Patch Friends and its questionable design choices, I apologize. Oh my gosh, he was called Spideris. That was his name. Oh, I had forgotten his name. I'm not sure I want to remember his name. Oh my gosh. His name was Spideris. He was interesting. There's a drawing tutorial for What's interesting is my generation and ones near me have, at this point, grown up enough that we can revisit our lovely old shows and either make fun of them or highlight how great they were. And boy, have I been having a delightful time with that. I'm still sad that Castaways is the Backyardigans episode that got highlighted for all of this. But I'm glad that Backyardigans got highlighted at all because it was a fantastic show. And I'm glad that we can make fun of Miss Spider's Sunny Patch Friends together. Yay. Okay. I think we have a base down. Took longer than the other bases.
Who greenlit this character design? 2000s animators, or probably not even. I'm sure it was made before that, or at least started in pre-production. They didn't have the greatest rendering tools, and also, it's just not great. Wonder Pets were so good. Oh, I loved Wonder Pets a lot. Oh boy. Oh, well, now I'm happy. Yeah, so on top of there, we're gonna say around to you. And nope, actually we need to fill that in. There we go. Good. Now, around to you. And yeah, I'm gonna need to outline this section, but that's fine. Absolutely fine. Yes, the turtle did have a little hat. Also, okay, this is gonna be a really wide stretch, but back on the old Nick Jr. website, there was a parent portal section where, among other things, they had some craft and cooking videos. And some other things, but I really only cared about the craft and cooking videos, to teach you how to help your preschooler make various objects loosely inspired by the different shows in Nick Jr. And they had like Ming Ming cupcakes and a Blue's Clues cake. They had Blue's banana pops, I remember. They had like Backyardigans hopscotch, I want to say. Dora and Diego cookie, like all these various things. And I was absolutely obsessed with these gosh darn parent videos. so much that, like, here's how you and your preschooler can make Ming Ming, the adorable duckling from the Wonder Pets, is ingrained in my memory. And the way you do it is you basically frost a cupcake with vanilla icing that's dyed yellow. You use a pink starburst for the nose, some Tootsie Rolls to roll it out and make the hat, sunflower seeds, candy-coated sunflower seeds for the eyes, and a green Laffy Taffy or something for her cape. And you would have Ming Ming cupcakes. And I loved these things so much. I did not watch them with my parents. I just watched them by myself. But you know, when that part of the site went away, they just disappeared into the ether, and I've never been able to see any of them ever again. And I don't think anyone but me ever cared about these things. But I cared. I cared so much. Anyway, that's Sunny rants about her lost children's videos. Oh, wait, no, that's the... yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. Okay, because there was a reason it didn't go down as far, actually, is the thing. Me. It's because you need to fit in the tabby stripes on that second marking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm absolutely never going to see any of those videos ever again, but I will keep them in my memory forever. Well, I'll keep the sounds in my memory forever, but I have an inability to keep the visuals, so, you know, we'll do what we can. Oh, how many layers for this whole drawing? Well, so I have 4 different broad layer folders to categorize the text on top the references I'm using from my character designs, basically. The portrait in the center and the background, which is all of this, that I'm drawing, and then within, like, the background, for example, where I'm drawing now, I have layer folders for Lion Blaze, Hawkfrost, Tiger Star, and the Dark Forest behind them. I have 2 sketch layers for the characters and the background of the background. And each of the character sublayers has about 5 layers to it at the moment. So, a lot of layers. I cannot count them at the moment. I don't use this for every illustration, but with this particular one, it just really helped to have things in their own boxes so I could categorize them as needed. Oh, Zaboomafoo. I loved Zaboomafoo. Wildcrats was one of the few newer shows that I did end up accepting into my life, and it's because it was the follow-up to Zaboomafoo. This courtesy did not extend to Blues Room, the follow-up to Blues Clues, which I did not appreciate. But Zaboomafoo was great, and Wildcrats was also pretty darn good. It had some good games, too. I think half of my impression of shows back then was the actual content of the television program, and the other half was how good is your game selection on your show's website. Like, Wow Wow Wubsy, I didn't actually love the show that much, but it had some darn good games. And I really loved those games. Oh, yeah. Cyber Chase was so good. Like it had an actual overarching story. I still wonder what the heck made Hacker Switch. Oh, speaking of, Word Girl. Also, a lovely, funny as heck, and clever TV show. I'm gonna have to draw these in now. Okay.
Doing this very, very carefully.
Ah, I hate it. Okay. So let's fix that. No. Oh, that's why. Oh, shoot. Okay. So step 1, take all of this, bring it down. You right here can come up because you are the right shape for this. Ditto for you. You can come up here. Erase a little extra bit there. And there we go. Yes, I feel much happier with that. Okay. Chuck the evil sandwich making guy was fantastic. Oh, Kobold, you're gonna just keep sending every single children's show theme song into my head, like directly. So then on down Main Street.
Yeah.
Did it happen on this side? No, amazingly. Okay, hold on. And you have no paws or anything? Nope. Alrighty.
So we'll just do that on the other side. Nope, not what I meant. This is what I meant.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I completely forgot about Peppa Pig. I didn't watch it as a kid. I don't think it was my time, or if it was, I just never saw it. But it sure is a thing that existed. Oh, wait, does anyone remember the Animaniacs? I think they did a reboot recently. I didn't actually see that. But I remember the original. Quite a lot. Unintentional. Here we go. Okay. And that is a lion blaze, I think. Alright.
So we have Lion Blaze, we have Hawk Frost, we have Tigger Star.
Yeah, I think it is time for the background. Let us see. Oh, yeah. Personally, my favorite Animaniacs things were definitely always the songs. My top two being the International Friendship song and the senses. The Animaniacs present the senses. They have an interesting list of what the senses are. Alrighty. Let's do this. Portrait, go away. Just for a second. Okay. And I'm gonna bring out this. This tells me what the dark forest should look like. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. But it's a good reference. I want to use it. Okay. Alrighty. So these two are going to be the biggest trees. Layer folder again for the background. Background of background. Trees of background. Yes. There we go. Come. Let us begin. They don't have to be flawless, but flameless anyway, so I mean, who's gonna know? Okay. Now this particular one, I do want to be perfectly mirrored. Because I want it to be like Lion Blaze is being encircled by the Dark Forest itself. Yes, cheesy. Yes, I know I'm cheesy. Those references for a second on the background layer. I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Right, yes. Yeah, one more try. There we go. No! How did I not come up in the middle? Okay. Try number 3. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna fix some things down here. Allowed to be messy because it's gonna be covered in mist, but not that messy. Oh, Numberjacks. I have managed to never hear of that one. There we go. The numbers would go out and save the world using math, and this one number was never allowed to go out. What was it? I have no idea. There are children's shows I have not had access to, evidently. Okay. YouTube-wise, how's that looking? Good, 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 good. Okay. Well, I'm drawing a cover for Stars to Shadows, but the chat is generally talking about children's shows that we watched when we were children. Or when we were not children. That is also allowed. Bluey has come up. Trees in the dark forest, generally very tall. Very, very tall. Like, really, really tall. Okay. Second layer of trees. Want to call that done? Okay. Who is my favorite cat? It's Hollyleaf. Hollyleaf is my favorite cat. Always and forever. I have always liked her as a character. I like her analytically. I like where her potential is. But also I have a serious personal connection to her, which has guided my judgment for a number of years. Yeah, Hollyleaf is great. Why do I like making Warrior Cats art? Because it's for a series that I enjoy. Mostly. There isn't a bigger explanation than that. I don't tend to make art if it's not already something I would want to see. Something that I want the product of. So most of what I want the product of at an art rate is Warriors related, so that's how it goes. Hollyleaf is ace, yes. Absolutely. I actually, personally, me specifically, like Hollyleaf better when she's not in the prophecy. Because it gives her a more direct sign that she needs to grow. Whereas if she's left in the prophecy, she can assume that she's good as she is and she doesn't need to change. Which is something I don't believe to be true. There we go. Yeah, okay. And just one other layer of... Oh, well, first though. Yeah, okay. One other layer of back trees. Lighter even than these ones. Still disintegrated. Actually, okay, so much of my turn around goes on to see where it goes. Yeah, okay. Okay. Good. Yes. Okay, wrong layer. Sorry, gonna have to do that again. Yep, yeah. Very, very common art screw up. It happens. And it's thankfully not a ton of work lost on this one. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Hollyleaf is the sibling who didn't test into the gifted program. Despite the prestige that comes with that, she has inherent worth that is specifically hers, and we love her. Thank you, Peter. And Rock has been deleted from Paws of Stars, and honestly, wise choice, because he brings a lot of questionable stuff into the books. Yeah, Rock is someone who specifically taints the lore and theming of the world around him with every story he's allowed to exist in. So I did not want to include him, actually. I, in fact, specifically did not want to include him. I specifically wanted to avoid ever needing to include this man. Okay, let's try this. Lovely. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now I do need to add the layers of eerie mist, which is like a magenta almost. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Except this mist would actually go there. Yeah. And it's also more layered and less immediately visible. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Oh, don't look back at the chili pepper spider. Just don't do it. Is there a bit missing from the top of the middle purple tree? Yes, there is. There absolutely is. You're entirely right. I will fix that. Thank you. Fixed it haphazardly and did not do it all the way. Okay. Now, before all of that, we do need to put down a ground here to go underneath them, which would go below these trees, yes. Okay, I like that. Now I just need the mushrooms. Hand hath been raisedeth. Oh, if Paws of Stars should be a part of the Warriors books. Under no circumstances would they allow that. But I appreciate it. references come back. Ah, yes, the vines. I had almost forgotten the vines. Let's put in the vines first. Okay. So vines were a very deep purple, like deeper than that. Yeah. That's not even gonna be seen, but hey. And here, yep. Okay. And the last one, something very specific plan for this. There we go. Oh boy, yeah. Ebony Star is not in this cover, except in that she made the place the cover is based around, because Stars and Shadows has not introduced her yet. But she very much still exists and would love to come and ruin your day. Okay, that should do it on vines. Except I'm kind of interested in... No, absolutely not. Yeah, that'll be fine. Mom, this weird vine bit me. It's fine. It's all right. The Dark Forest is totally safe, and will not do anything to you at all. Yeah, totally. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be absolutely fine. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. It's okay. It's totally fine. We're all okay here. Yeah, I was thinking about that.
But I don't actually want to ensnare him completely. Because ensnaring him completely would assume that it's done, basically, that he's that close to being finished, and I decided against it because they're not actually that close. Bad explanations, but that is the rationale, yeah. Okay. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. We'll see. No, I don't. Yeah, okay. It's not completely, like, around his neck yet, but he is being ensnared. Yeah, I like that. Good, yes. I like that a lot, actually. And you can see these ones at the bottom are definitely sneaking in to get some more. Yeah, okay. Wait, does Lion Blaze die? Not in this book. As for in the last book, I can't tell you. But no, this is just representing he's taken in by the Dark Forest and by his two lovely mentors there. But he's fine. He's gonna be just fine. It's all okay. The Dark Forest is totally safe, and he's just going there to train and get stronger so he can show up his sister. So it's gonna be fine. It's all fine. Don't you worry. Okay. Now it's time for mushrooms. Well, I can't tell you what happens in the last book. That would be spoilers. Okay. Mushroom, mushroom. Oh gosh, not the badger song. I don't want to get the badger song stuck in my head. Of all things. I can't spill the tea. It hasn't all been written yet. It's fine. It's gonna be fine, don't you worry. Lion Blaze is okay. When it comes out, you'll see. It's fine. It's all fine. Everyone is fine here. No one dies. Fluxme and I have talked a few times, yeah. Oh gosh, I started up the... Gosh darn. Oh boy. Okay. Badger song is coming. Be prepared for that. Just prepare yourself mentally.
Basically just dotting the fields with mushrooms at this point. I will make them luminescent later, but at the moment. I'm gonna put one right at the crook of this tree. Yeah. Definitely more mushrooms near the bottom. Don't know why I made the thing that big, but yeah. It functioned. Okay. Okay. And that should be enough mushrooms. I think that's enough mushrooms. Have I ever remade a character's lore completely? Like once I had already written them, or from the story? Like from canon, I should say. From canon, absolutely. I have remade the lore plenty of times. A lot of my characters are characters whose lore was redone from what they had in canon. Apologies if you just heard a train outside. That's all of the glowy bits. Now you need your stems, just slightly darker than the actual mushroom. Make the brush a little bigger for that. The Warriors train is usually a good one. There are some bumps in the road plenty of times, but hop on if you're interested. It'll take you to fun places, at least. Here we go. And now, it is time to add their glow. Whoosh. And then Tiger Star and Hawk Frost will just be lit from the front.
Ah!
Okay. Lovely. All right. So we've got our background at this point. Portrait in the center. Now, the one thing I need to do before I can call this done is recolor this text. So I'm going to say, well, let's start with Paws of Stars and Sunnyfall, because they have the same color. And it's supposed to be one of the darker colors, so let's go with the dark purple and see how that looks. Well, except that's a problem. Yeah, okay, so mid-tone purple. I think we can get away with lighter purple. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Thank you. And now, book title is going to be much brighter. So let's go with the light purple. It's lighter, but it's subtle. Okay. And then the big one, the Warrior's Gradient. This one is very specific to match what the Warriors logo actually has going on. Ah! Did not intend to do that. Okay. So our base here is going to have to be pink. So we'll start with bright luminescent pink. And then there's a gradient fade over it that has a white streak right in the center, just for a little bit. And then has a couple of reds on either side. So, say this one. And then it goes at an angle as well. Yeah, like that. Okay. Checking to see if there's anything else I want to do with it. But guys, stop searching spiders. It will not be a good time for you. You will not have a good time. Okay, let's see. If there's anything else I want to change about this. I'm not totally happy with the Paws of Stars book color tone, but I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Because they are such different tones at the top and the bottom. I'm interested in seeing if I can do anything with this purple. Okay. What if that? Okay, that's not the worst. But then Stars to Shadows definitely needs to change. The problem is if it gets too dark, it starts clashing, fading into trees behind it. But I don't want it being too standy-outy. Very professional term. Okay, book title one more time. Let's try this. Do we want to do an oxymoron and make that the lightest bit? Because that does work a lot better in both spots. And then we could do the darker purple for Stars to Shadows, except not that dark. Goodbye. Or we could just do it in a shade of pink and then it would stand out no matter what. Yeah, because there's lots of shades of pink we can use. Yeah, okay. Kind of like that. Okay. Again, seeing if there's anything I want to change, but I want to say that is a book cover. I kind of like it. All right. I think I'm going to call it there then. I will probably spend a good 5 minutes after I finish up looking over everything and seeing how it went, but I'm pretty happy with this. Okay. All right. See you, everyone. Thank you for coming along.